Trying to know someone who does not know themselves is often confusing and exhausting. You know, hmm? And the difficulty is not even lack of effort, but lack of clarity. Uh-huh. When a person is disconnected from their own thoughts, emotions, and values, any attempt to understand them becomes unstable. Uh-huh. This naturally creates friction in relationships. You know, self-knowledge creates consistency. Mhm. When someone understands themselves, their actions, their boundaries, and their communication carry a clear direction. Uh-huh. But when someone does not know themselves, their behavior shifts with mood, with pressure or external influence. Uh-huh. One day they want closeness, the next day they withdraw. Mhm. One moment they claim certain values, the next moment they contradict them. Uh-huh. For the person trying to know them, this creates confusion. Uh-huh. You are trying to build connection on a foundation that constantly moves. Mhm. The friction does not come from disagreement. It comes from instability. You know, psychologically, lack of self-awareness often leads to projection, to emotional reactivity, and unclear boundaries. When someone cannot identify their own fears, insecurities, or desires, they may unintentionally place those emotions onto others. Uh-huh. This creates misunderstandings and tension because the other person becomes responsible for feelings they did not create. Uh-huh. Relationships require emotional clarity to function. Without it, communication turns into guessing, and connection becomes exhausting. Mhm. Self-awareness reduces this friction because it allows people to take responsibility for their inner experiences. You know, spiritually, knowing yourself is the foundation of meaningful connection. When you are unaware of who you are, you relate to others through confusion rather than presence. The relationship becomes a search of identity rather than a meeting of two conscious individuals. Mhm. When someone begins to understand themselves, that is their fears, their desires, their strengths, and their limitations, they bring honesty into the connection. Now, this honesty allows real harmony to develop because both people are relating from truth rather than illusion. You know, in short, it is difficult to know someone who does not know themselves because connection requires clarity. Without self-awareness, behavior becomes unpredictable and communication becomes strained. Friction naturally arises when one person is trying to understand while the other is still discovering who they are. True connection becomes easier when both individuals take time to understand themselves first. You know, my people, hail. Hail.